Hello everyone. In this video, we'll see how we can implement inheritance with class syntax. And as we had done previously, we will be moving our code from constructor function syntax to class syntax. And then we'll see that uh, under the hood what is happening, and we'll try to run things as well. So now we have to create a class for shark. Let's go ahead and say class for shark. Let's just give braces for now. And we will copy our constructor function from previous to here. We'll write constructor. Now, this calling of our parent function will be taken care by JavaScript itself, since we are using the constructor functions since we are using the class syntax. So we just need to say super, and how it will know who is the super class, that we need to provide here. We'll say extends, it extends from fish. So fish is the parent class, shark will be our child class. So super will point to fish, and we have called it here. Instead of parent, we can say this, and this setting of property will be taken care automatically, so we don't need it. And this is all we need here. Now these two are setting of prototypes, so these will be taken care by class syntax as well. Now we just need to copy this murder function, and it needs to go to the prototype. See, we just need to paste it within the class, and it will automatically go to prototype. Please notice that what class will actually do is the exact implementation of what we did here. It won't do anything different, anything new. It will be an exact implementation of what we did here, but here we just have to write lesser code, and we just don't have to think upon how we have to make the change. Uh, Remember, previously we had to think all these things. Okay, this will link to this will link to this, and that will link to that. That's how it's going to work. And we had all sort of discussions that how our change should work and how it will point to each other. We had it at a good depth. Why we had discussions? Because those discussions makes us understand that how things are working. So someday something somewhere fails, then we'll have a very good idea of how to debug it and how to resolve this. And this .get name is still there, so we'll be able to use it. Everything looks good, everything looks great. So let's just save it, and let's just run it. Yes, we have saved it. Let's just create a variable for shark as well. Let's say Dory, and Dory. Dory. Now let's go here and let's check if we are able to access all the properties from Dory, and if all the things are there or not. Dory is not defined. Okay, we need to click on go live. Now it's live. So let me refresh it. Yeah. Now we have the Dory object. So it has all the things that it should have. Okay, we created Dory as a fish. Let's create it as a shark. Shark, and as it is shark, Let's send them some kills as well. Let us create a lot of people. So now what Dory will look like? Dory looks like a shark. Dory instance of HARK. Shark is not a very good name. It has so many collisions. You cannot use autocomplete. And let's see the prototype hierarchy. Let's see the prototype hierarchy for Dory. So Dory should have a prototype of shark, as it is a shark, and from shark it should have a prototype of fish, as it's also a fish. Then there should be an object. Perfect. Then let's check the prototype of shark as well. Shark should have a prototype of fishes that we implemented in the second part, right? We implemented it, I remember. Yes. And we had a conversation over that as well. While we fixed the static variables, then we did that. So shark, and then shark will link to fish, and fish will actually have a prototype of function. See this thing, if you have noticed, fish, it says fish is a class, right? But the prototype of fish is a function. If you see here, fish, it says fish is a class, but the prototype of fish is a function. So that is why we say that classes are just syntactic sugar. It is exactly same what we had done with our code. Like, nothing actually changed. So, and can we access shark dot total fishes? Total fishes? Yes, we can access. We shouldn't be able to increase them from here. Yes, we are not able to increase them from here. Can we access name from Dory? Dory dot name. Yes, that is accessible. So everything works good. And now things look simpler as well. Let's quickly move forward and implement hammer shark and jellyfish as well, and then quickly see if they work or not. I think now everyone has a good hold of it. So you can pause the video and try to implement these things on your own. And meanwhile, let me do it here. And it won't take a minute, to be honest. So let's do it very quick. Quick. It extends from fish. And let's go here quickly. Let's copy the name. I'm very lazy at typing at times. And from here, we need to copy this. We'll paste it there. So this is our constructor, and we'll send kills here, and it should be head size instead of kills here. Function was punch. Punch function was there, and punch function has this return statement. Punch function has this return statement. So we have implemented our shark successfully. Let's implement jellyfish as well. I'll just copy it from here. I'll paste this. Instead of shark, we'll say jelly. Super will remain same, and jellyfishes have kills as well. So our constructor will remain same. And yes, Everything else remains same. We'll have two functions. One is glow and other one is poison. And poison one is pretty similar to punch and kill. So let's put the name so in here, poison, and let's copy the function glow as well. We don't need to copy it, it's just one liner, but still we can copy, then we'll copy. Now we have created the jellyfish as well, and see how easy it is from the standpoint of writing it quickly, because we don't have to think about anything, literally anything. We don't have to think about. We can just, we don't have to think about how prototype chain works, how they are linked, but it just gives us a syntax where we have to say link jellyfish to fish, and it will do all the stuff as if it's magic. Let's go and test it out. Let's create more sharks now. Let's have head shark here with some different and then hammer shark. Let's remove this from here. Let's give them a name, gills, and give it a name, gills. Let's create a jellyfish as well. Let's name the jellyfish Jello, and it's a jellyfish, so we'll say jelly. I've given a name Jello to it. Yeah. So that's pretty much it. Let's quickly code it. So we have a Jello object, that is our jellyfish, and jellyfish should have type of jellyfish. So we are just now checking what things are there and where they are. And we have our glow function and poison function here, and it has a prototype of fish. We have our swim function here. If we see jelly object should be linked to the fish object. That's linked to the fish object. That is linked to the function object. Similarly, if we see hammer shark, so hammer shark is linked to, it should be linked to sharks. Sharks will be linked to fish. Fish will be linked to function. What's the name of our shark? Gills with small g. So gills have all the properties that gills should have, and it should have a prototype of hammer shark. Then it should have a prototype of shark. Then it should have a prototype of fish. Then it should be object prototype. So it's exactly same what we did in constructor function videos. Just the difference is there we were doing everything manually, and we had all the power to do something or not to do something based on our design decision. Here, those design decisions are pre-built for us within the class syntax. And we can access gills for dot name as well. Things are just made easy for us, nothing else. They are just easy. From jelly, we can access total fishes. From hammer shark as well, we can access total fishes. Everything is fine. Now what is what is the difference between this and essentially? Class syntax is the newer way to do things. It's cleaner and it's better in terms of writing it, as it's easy to understand, as it's easy to read and easy to write as well. Constructor functions are, are the actual implementation that is running behind it. That is running behind it when you run it. Is there a benefit of using constructor functions at some places? Yes. Sometimes, uh, some so this prototype chain that we have created is a very peculiar one. Sometimes we don't need to, we don't need or we don't want to put our prototype chains exactly in this manner. Sometimes we would just link prototype objects. So if you remember, there are two linkages that are going on. One is the prototype objects that are linked, another is the constructor functions that are linked together. Sometimes in some use cases, we might want to link prototypes together, but we might not want to link these constructor functions together. It, I'm not saying that it's a very frequent thing that we want to do. It's a very rare thing, to be honest. But there can be such cases where we might want that. And sometimes vice versa can happen. Sometimes you just have a particular use case where you say you don't want this linkage. There is some particular use case. There can be such a use case, but because it's extremely powerful here, if you see that you have all the power to decide what goes and where it goes. But in class syntax, all of this is done in this particular pattern only, but you don't have power to choose what and where. It's just there and you can just use what's pre-built. That is just the difference between in what we implemented here and what we implemented here. It's easier to write, but this is what happened. So if you're still here and listening to me, I would say thank you for going through all these videos and learning them. Okay, why the get name is working? This get name will give error. Actually, we missed it. This get name will give error. Instead of get name, we have to change it to dot name. Okay, let's just change it quickly. Control Z. So, name. This was the slightest error and it should work fine actually. Let's go and quickly check it out. So jello dot where was this get name used? It was not, it was used in glow. It works fine. It was used in skills dot punch. It works fine. And it was used in shark dot murder. So dory dot murder and it works fine as well. So we are good there. Let's end this formally. So if you are still here, uh, thank you for going through all these videos. I know they were lengthy and hope you understood all the concepts that we have discussed. If not, please comment on these videos. I'll try to upload specific doubt videos after it if there are any doubts. can do that. And have a good day.